Evening, merry drinkers. Welcome back. It's an overcast and, if I'm honest, slightly chilly day in Christchurch. Those heat waves have definitely gone and September is on its way, which means I'm probably going to have a proper British beer. We're on a single hopper today, and one I thought might be quite hard to hunt down, given it's usually combined with East Kent Goldings. And we're going to be doing Fuggles, and that Fuggles single hopper is this 5 Points Best by the 5 Points Brewing Company. They're based up in Hackney in North London. I've been there. There is a Hackney beer mile on the Hoppy Traveller video, probably one of the best. If you get off at Cambridge Heath, 5 Points Brewing Company, their tap room is the first one as you're working your way up the road past St Monday up to Hackney Church. Really good crawl that. It's been going since 2013, so that makes it sort of like 12-13 years. It's Ed Mason and Greg Hobbs are the two main co-founders. I think one of those used to manage Whitlocks in Leeds before coming down. A lot of the cash has come from crowdfunding in the local area, but they've also been going strength to strength. Enjoyed their XPA while they're there, but this is a beer I've not had before. They brew with renewable energy, so they're doing all the right things. On the bottle, it's 5 Points Brewing Co, London Brew, 5 Points Best, a modern single hopped best bitter brewed with Fuggles hops from Kent at 4.1%. This 5 Points Best is brewed with Maris Otter barley and Fuggles hops grown by award-winning Hukins hops in Kent. Balanced and refreshing with notes of toffee, biscuit and a floral herbal hop character. Brewed modern classics since 2013, Mare Street, Hackney. Nice 5 Points crown going on. I've been bought a rather flashy new Star Trek bottle opener. It looks far better than it works. The teeth on it aren't great, but let's give her the bottle and give her a go. It is a nice brown bottle. Traditional beer, so like a traditional Sam Smith pint pot. Let's have a look at that. Oh, it's a proper amber. Yeah, amber. I was going to say light copper, but as that's clearing out, that's not the case. There we go, that fits in there perfectly. So I can see from my side, probably not on yours, because it's a little bit opaque. There's plenty of carbonation, very small bubbles rushing up from the bottom. It's got a lovely thick moussey head on it. Get a picture for posterity while I remember. It's got a lovely classic Fuggles smell off the top of it, that sort of slight hedgerowiness. Yeah, it smells of English pub. Slightly herbal, slightly woody. It smells of beer, it smells of pubs, it smells of good times. It's settled very nicely, I have to admit. That looks an absolutely cracking beer. I got this from Waitrose. It was 2 bottles for £5, so I go £2.50 a head. I think to get single might have been slightly more, maybe £2.85. But cheap nonetheless. Yeah, smells really inviting. Looks the job. Cheers. Slightly light in body, but it's very pleasant to drink. There's plenty of flavour going on there straight away, but it does have a very nice low carbonation mouthfeel. I'd imagine on cask this would be absolutely superb, but from a bottle it's not too bad either. It's got plenty of that woodrow. I mean, if you've ever drunk bitters for decades, you can see where the Fuggles comes in. It's woody and leafy all at the same time. When I use that herby phrase, I'm not thinking your Ponzi Mediterranean oregano and thyme type things. This is like a real back to basics earthy type textures. Slightly sweet. There's a toffee caramel to it, but not too much. Only 4.1%. I wasn't expecting loads, but it's definitely there for quite a light beer. It's delivering in that the malt flavours are still there, and then the Fuggles bittering hop he's been left to shine, I suppose. I think if this was 5%, if it was an ESB, the hops would be having to do far more work. You'd have to be shoveling Fuggles in to get the same amount. But yes, it's a light beer, and the Fuggles is being left to shine. Just enough to keep you interested. I know sometimes Fuggles apparently can give a slightly minty taste, but I'm only slightly getting that on this. Yeah, woods, herbs, and then maybe a sort of like a minty herbalness if you really go looking for it. That is a peach. Now, I've done a couple of new hops which have not made it to my book of hops, but Fuggles is definitely going to be in it. So let's have a quick butcher's what they've got to say about it. Fuggle is the personification of a well-rounded classic low alpha hop variety introduced in 1875 by Richard Fuggle of Brinchley in Kent, England. Its popularity and impact on the beer industry has been remarkable. At its peak in 1949, Fuggle accounted for nearly 80% of total British hop production before the cultivation of high alpha varieties eventually diminished its footprint. It is regarded as one of the two chief English hop varieties, with East Kent Goldings being the other, and is also widely grown in Slovenia as Styrian Golding. It is even hopped the pond, where it is used in the breeding of two of the most storied hop varieties in the United States, Cascade and Willamette. So, Mr. Richard Fuggle, taking the well-trodden path of a middle-aged man naming something after himself. I suppose, yeah, a hop that's been around 150 years, everyone's going to try it. This really leans into a beer that you've tasted before, but just at a really good standard. It goes on to say that, like most English hop varieties, expect a prominent woody, earthy and herbal overtone with spicy, floral and fruity undertones. Pleasant, subtle and mild, Fuggle can function solo or complement other varieties. It's best used as a late boil or in dry hopping condition. Fuggle is often used in combination with East Kent Goldings to improve the drinkability of a beer and add roundness and fullness to the palate. Like East Kent Goldings, Fuggle is ubiquitous in the United Kingdom, celebrating in British styles from milds and bitters to porters and stouts. Today, Fuggle and its United States and Slovenian offshoots are hopping styles across the board. It is an older British hop, woody, minty and herbal, very low on the acids, low on the oils. Tastes best in Samuel Adams, Boston Out, and Delirium Tremens. Okay, that's interesting. I've not had a bottle of that for a while. That's usually a bit of a Christmas treat. I'll have to see if I can pick it out, but in this 5 points best, this is coming through really, really nice. It's a light beer, as you can tell from the colour. A bit more of a northern Manchester style best than a southern best. But it's just got great flavour. I think £2.50 for a large bottle of that would, if it's available on cask, if we're back in Hackney again soon, I'm trying that, no doubt. But do rate 5 points. They've got, similar to the Colonel, they've gone for very sort of basic old school labelling. But yeah, this is currently available in Waitrose. And it's well worth having just to pick out Fuggles. I mean, Fuggles is in everything, but it's quite rare you get to see it just on its own. But I'm going to take this away and enjoy it. So, to Mr. Richard Fuggle, and his mighty Fuggles Hop. Cheers.